Well, it must absolutely suck to be the SEC sometimes, because they're going to have some explaining to do, because Ripple just filed a response to the SEC's motion to the defendants, i.e. Ripple, their motion to compel the SEC to produce certain documentation that the SEC has been trying to hide and not turn over. There's also something from a letter from October of 2020 that the SEC said in an email, it's in writing, that they're going to have to explain because it could blow up their whole case. In another crypto news, Bitcoin passed 50,000 yesterday, and then it dipped back down to about 48,000. It's on its way back up to 50,000. We're going to see what it's doing, what the resistance levels are, and what some of these technical analysts are saying are some of the biggest resistance levels coming up for Bitcoin and the rest of this crypto market. We're also going to take a look at Cardano because it's really been in the media and Twitter and YouTube recently because of some of the news that has come out, as well as some XRP price outlooks. And XRP holders aren't the only one that are going after Gary Gensler and his SEC. Mark Cuban has a few choice words for Gary Gensler that he tweeted out to him. That's been going viral. Hey everyone, my name is Randy and welcome back to the Late Night Grind. And right now on this channel, I'm covering cryptocurrency news, investment markets, personal finance, and of course, the Ripple versus the SEC case. So if you want to follow along with any of those topics, make sure you're subscribed. Just hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification icon, and of course, I've always felt that people in the crypto community are some of the most generous people in the world. So if you're feeling generous, go ahead and click that thumbs up button. It's one of the best things you can do to help a YouTube channel like this. Helps with the YouTube algorithm. The other thing you can do is watch this video all the way through. So if you do that, I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, guys, well, with that out of the way, let's jump into it. So Bitcoin, it just passed the $50,000 mark for the second time last night. And it was only there briefly, and then it started to dip down as some of the main resistance levels were about at 50,500 is when it actually peaked and started to retrace. From some of the technical analysis that I saw earlier this morning, they were saying that it would probably go down to about 48 and a half, 49, which it basically did, and now it's on its way climbing back up to 50,000. And from some of this analysis, I was watching from some people that look at Glassnode, which is basically another version of what things are going on behind the scenes in blockchain and Bitcoin, not just the actual price movements. From what I've been watching, it looks like it's more of the wallets that are less than 1 Bitcoin or less than 0.1 Bitcoin are the biggest number of wallets that are being activated and the biggest number of wallets that are buyers of Bitcoin at this point, which basically means this is like retail or early retail buying Bitcoin. It's not institutional money and it's not broad retail money. So some people are looking at this $50,000 mark as hitting a major retracement level in the grand scheme of this Bitcoin market cycle, and that the price could actually just start moving down from here or moving into some altcoin. And other people are saying, nope, this is really just the beginning of this second wave, the second part of the bull run that's going to last until the end of the year. And from the technical analysis, it's actually more lining up with that scenario because the wallets that are buying Bitcoin right now, as this price movement has been going back up for the last couple of weeks, like I said, it's not the broad retail market, but it's not the big institutional buyers yet. And the other part of it that I saw was that the last 10% of a market cycle typically produces the highest price swings, the highest price action that Bitcoin has seen. And if you look at past market cycles, that rings true. So a big run up at the end of the year would absolutely coincide with what these other market cycles have done. And another interesting point in that was that I saw somebody who was talking about all these crashes that Bitcoin has after these big market cycle run-ups. And he compared it to Amazon and what Amazon actually went through. And I didn't know this, but Amazon actually had an 80% price crash 5 separate times and had one crash where it lost 95%. I thought that was absolutely crazy. But when you are so early and this is such a new asset class, things like this are absolutely going to happen until years down the road when Bitcoin and the rest of the crypto market is much more stabilized in its price action. And real quick on Cardano, as it is eyeing $3, it almost reached it before it retraced. It's eyeing $3 again. My opinion, it's probably going to move past $3. It's probably going to look more like $10 or more by the end of this market cycle. Now, there's some people saying that it could definitely 10, 20, 30x from where it is right now. Obviously, the 100x came out and kind of went viral. I'm not even looking at that kind of stuff right now, but something like a 20x, I think, in my opinion, could be possible for this market cycle, as a lot of the Cardano tokens that are actually held are staked. Actually, over 70% of all the Cardano coins out there are actually staked, there's a much smaller percentage of available coins, which typically drives the price up. And then, of course, you have the news of the smart contracts coming to the Cardano ecosystem. So we're going to see what that does. And now to the Ripple versus the SEC case. Some news came out on Twitter, and it's going to be really, really interesting to see how the SEC handles this. Because Ripple's lawyers found a tweet which was posted with an email from somebody who actually contacted the SEC asking if XRP was a security. And it was posted by a guy named Frank. And on Twitter, Frank now has a lot of XRP friends. And so here's his tweet complete with the email response that he got back from the SEC. And then I'm going to explain how that could actually change this case. So here's what he wrote. He actually sent this tweet to a number of people. And he said, I bought XRP early in 2018, and I wasn't sure if I bought a security because there was no decision yet. So I asked the SEC here to answer my concerns. Are they lying to me? So here was their email response. Dear Mr., and some of this is redacted for names and contact information, things like that. But Dear Mr. Frank, thank you for your recent email to the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. We appreciate the opportunity to review your additional concerns about Ripple XRP cryptocurrency. Please be advised, the SEC has not issued a determination on whether the cryptocurrency XRP is a security. Whether a cryptocurrency is considered a security will depend on characteristics and the use of the cryptocurrency. As we've suggested, you may want to review Chairman Jay Clayton's statement regarding cryptocurrencies and ICOs. Sincerely, and his name was redacted, Investor Assistance Specialist, Office of Investor Education and Advocacy at the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. So, as of October 2020, the Securities and Exchange Commission had not yet determined if XRP was a security. This is only 2 months before Jay Clayton and the SEC brought this lawsuit against Ripple for allegedly selling an illegal security, XRP. So if they didn't know 2 months before this lawsuit that XRP wasn't a security, how on earth are they going to say, or how on earth are they actually going to tell Ripple that what they've been doing since 2013 was selling an illegal security when they had no idea, even 2 months before they brought this lawsuit, that they even considered XRP a security or not? This is where Ripple's fair notice defense stands the strongest. How on earth can you tell us that we were doing something wrong for years and years when you didn't even know yourself if what we were doing was wrong? It further backs up the fact that the SEC has absolutely zero clarity into the digital asset space, especially concerning securities. This is another reason why Mark Cuban actually took aim at Gary Gensler on Twitter today. And here's what Gary Gensler said. If someone asks a lawyer, accountant, or advisor if something's over the line, maybe it's time to step back from the line. Going right up to the edge of a rule or searching for some ambiguity in a text or a footnote might not be consistent with the law and its purpose. The spirit of the law is about protecting investors. Rigorous enforcement regime is about following facts and the law wherever it might lead on behalf of investors and working families. This includes deceptive practices, deceptive conduct by private funds offering account frauds, insider trading, market manipulation, yada, yada, yada. And Mark actually responded to several of those tweets. I'm only going to read a couple here. How about making the lines bright and clear so people know what the rules are? The problem isn't that people are looking for gray areas, it's that there are rarely defined rules. Regulation through litigation traps all the people who can't afford a lawyer, accountant, or advisor. Ask any retail investor to define insider trading. Your lawyers rarely agree. How can they know? Why won't the SEC honor the right to a jury trial? The risk doesn't leave the system. Is your best line, Gary? The risk in dealing with the SEC is always because of your system. So there's someone in the private sector outside of the crypto community, and even though his response wasn't specific to the crypto industry, it absolutely fits the mold of what the Ripple and SEC is going through. All right, so right now XRP is trading at about $1.24. It actually hit up to about $1.30 yesterday, and before retracing, just like Bitcoin and the rest of the market, the resistance levels right now are about $1.31 for XRP. $1.31, $1.50, $1.64, and finally $2 and higher are the next resistance levels. But that's going to depend primarily upon what Bitcoin is doing. So if you want to follow along with the XRP price charts and price predictions, as well as some other coins, as well as the Ripple versus the SEC case. Make sure you're subscribed. All you gotta do is hit the subscribe button, and like I said, hit that bell notification icon. If you are seeing 2 videos show up right here, it means YouTube thinks that one of these videos is gonna be right up your alley. So go ahead and click on and check out one of these videos that YouTube is showing to you. Once again, thanks for watching all the way to the end. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on the next video.